treat me
Eugene
that way?
Smith.
I said,
That's who you were just listening to. Isn't that cool? Got a great groove. Now that guy, Eugene Smith, is coming on his way back from Ontario, where he's finished the summers for the last couple of years, 4 or 5 years, and he's going to be back in town. So on November 1st. That's an easy one. That's why we picked that date, November 1st. The first day of November, Eugene Smith will be back here at the Duncan Showroom. So make sure you get your tickets for that show. Guy puts on a stellar show. We are so fortunate to have him live in our community that we shouldn't be taking him for granted. We get him here at least twice a year, and the recordings we've had off him, like 74 years, whoever 70 years he is that when he recorded this last one, it's pretty impressive. So tonight, here we are at the Duncan Showroom. Thank you for coming out tonight. And we had that little bit of confusion, but that's okay as to what time the start was. But we're still starting before 8 o'clock, which is, hey, phenomenal for those of you who know us. But what's happening now is that we're also broadcasting live out to the internet tonight. Just for tonight, it might not be staying up. We'll decide after the fact. But for those who are watching tonight, and for those in the audience too, a decision was made by myself on August 31st, which was my 67th birthday, in commemoration of taking over this space 2 years prior to that, that I would go about trying to buy the building so that we could lower the rent so I can afford to stay here, so we could keep on doing what we're doing, so that we could continue doing the 39 days of July. So I know it's kind of convoluted. I'm not saying this to the 39 days of July, but if the Duncan Showroom goes down, so does the 39 days. So we started this thing where we're going to start a campaign. We're getting it all organized. It's called a C3 corporation or something, where we can raise monies for Friends of the Showroom, which can help keep this place afloat, help us put together some money to go towards a down payment. And as it turns out, there are some people that if we can get to a certain level, they will match us along the way. So that's really nice to know that some of those people are out there to help us. Anyway, enough of that. We will be selling bricks for $100, though, which will give you a nice bricks that we'll be applying to a piece of plywood on the side of the building once we own it, so you'll know that you are a major contributor. And we're also thinking of $1,000 per stair, because we're not, because those stairs are just, I went up to show someone today who wanted to buy the building other than us. And we got partway up the staircase, and I said, now do you understand why we moved downstairs? Right, those staircases are, anyway, that's why, enough of that. Tonight we're here because it's a Friday night. And what else would we be doing? We'd be coming out to see Cindy Church. Now, I had the opportunity this year to be in Southern Ontario and get a chance to pick up on a new Russell DeCarlo album, who's also going to be playing here in October. And on that album, he picked, he has the advantage of being able to choose whoever he wants to help him do a duet on any of his albums, and he chose Cindy Church to be there. And so I had the opportunity to listen to that part of it and then reminisce about what she does and the fact that her and Nathan, when they get together, just click oh so well. Tonight's going to be one of those magical nights. Let's just get them on the stage, please. Cindy Church and Nathan Tinkham.
That was a lovely monologue.
Yes. And that's what a great idea about fundraising to buy the building.
Can't afford a brick. Could I buy a nail?
Well, hello, everybody. It's great to be back on the West Coast, to be back at the Duncan Showroom. Of course, Nathan, lucky guy, gets to live on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast.
Some people think of that as lucky.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's nice. This is nicer. The sky, they shine on you and me, and though they sparkle diamond bright, well, you're the only star I see. Oh, now people all around, talking in my ear. mighty sound. Well, you're the only voice I hear. Now there were others I have loved to hold, but there were none who I could not live without. Well, you are the only one. Take all the silver and the gold and lay them at my feet. Of all the treasures I behold, well, you're the only one I need. Now there were others I have loved to hold, but there were none who I could not live without. Well, you are the only one. Tonight a million fill the sky, they shine on you and me, and though they sparkle diamond bright, well, you're the only star I see. Yeah.
We're getting warmed up now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. That was awesome. Oh. Well, I love getting to play with Nathan. And tonight's the first night of our little mini tour of BC, and we end up in Alberta. And we're traveling in a 92, what are we traveling in, Nathan?
Well, I have my usual van that I take on the road, my trusty Aerostar. But last week the rear end started making noise, and I don't want to be halfway to Jasper and have it go. So I have an old 92 Plymouth Accord. Now, if we'd have had that when we first started out,
It'd be a new car.
it'd be a new car.
So it's kind of like just like old times.
Yep.
Back on the road.
The old Dodge. We had I had a Dodge Dart and a Chrysler Newport. So
Showbiz, the glamour of it all. Anyway, this song was written in 1945 by Fred Rose, who was a songwriter and music publisher, and I think many people have recorded this song over the years, but I think most of us became familiar with it when Willie Nelson had a huge hit with it in like around late 70s. And it's a song that I've always loved. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. In the twilight glow, I see him. Blue eyes crying in the rain. As we kiss goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, only memories eyes crying in the rain. Now my hair is turned to silver. All my life I've loved in vain. Oh, I can see a star in heaven. I see his blue eyes crying in the rain. Someday when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again. Through a land there was no parting. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Oh, I see those blue eyes crying in the rain. Thank you.
Okay, Tim, you could bring my guitar down a little bit, please. I bet you don't hear that very much. You know how do you get a guitar player to play quieter? Put some sheet music in front of them.
This is one of Nathan's songs from from my very first solo
From
album.
the 80s.
From the 80s, yeah. It's called I Thought We Were Falling in Love. A 1, 2, a 1. I didn't know we were playing a game, but you knew it right from the start. You only wanted the things that came easily. I only wanted your heart. I never knew where I stood with you or what you were thinking of. I didn't know we were playing a game. I thought we were falling in love. All of the time I was playing for keeps. Well, you were just playing it cool. Just when it seemed things were going my way, you started changing the rules. You were deceiving me. I was believing we fit like a hand in a glove. I didn't know we were playing a game. I thought we were falling in love.
Yeah. You know, you have maybe you write a song, because you got pain in your heart. So why do you go and sing it? Because then you get the pain back.
Oh, Cindy, you did a great job.
Well, here's another song I wrote with no pain. And I was on tour with Ian Tyson. We were down in Texas, and we were out in West Texas, about 200 miles southeast of El Paso, Alpine, Texas. And Texas was the place before it was a state, and even after it was a state. If you didn't fit in anywhere in the United States, you go to Texas, because that's where all the rough characters were. And if you didn't fit in Texas, you went to West Texas. And I was in Alpine, Texas, and a very interesting place. It's very remote. It's down by the Big Bend. And spent a few days there and wrote this song about a woman who meets a cowboy and moves out there. And it was an actual woman, actual real woman that I wrote this for. What the song's really about is people who do things that make no sense to anybody but themselves. I think this is what's chirping, Tim.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
The dobro mic. There we go. Now it's not. It's called Allison Lives by the Big Bend. I had the good fortune to have the band Quartet record this, and Bill and Bonnie Hearn from Santa Fe recorded it, and that's a couple of things to be proud of. Allison Lives by the Big Bend. Well, Allison lives by the Big Bend, far from the ocean she knows. She'll spend all day just fighting the heat, then the next morning it snows. She left her home on the West Coast to follow a cowboy out there. 20 years later, she's living alone with no one to watch or to care. Well, the lines on her face have grown deeper, her fingers all blunted from toil. Such is the ravage that comes from living close to the dry desert soil. Just as the morning is stealing, in her hat, in her old working clothes, she rides out to the cattle, living this life that she chose. Where horses run wild and cattle wear horns, everything else is covered with thorns. Back when the cholla was blooming, I stopped in just to see how my old friend was doing and what made her so different from me. Well, ghosts of bandits and rangers ride through the hills all around. The sun and the wind and the years still haven't covered the blood on the ground. Well, this ain't no place for a woman. The country's too hard, so they say. But Allison never would listen to that kind of talk anyway. Where horses run wild and cattle wear horns, everything else is covered with thorns. I thought of the last time I saw her, sitting so quiet and near. She closed her eyes as she listened for something that I couldn't hear.
great pleasure in June of being on tour with probably, well, I love both groups that I play with, but I love Lunch and Allen's. I don't know if any of you, well, I know some of you are familiar because you came to the show. With Murray McLaughlin and Ian Thomas and Mark Jordan, and we've been doing this for about 14 years together, touring back and forth across the country. And it's just fantastic. And we did a new album last June, and it just came out this June. And this is a song from that album. I wrote this with a wonderful singer-songwriter in Halifax. Her name is Susan Crow. Tim, can I have a little of my vocal back, if possible? Oh, okay. Maybe a little more verb. Okay, gotcha. Anyway, this song's called Little Bird. Little bird by my window, tell me why you came to sing through the storms and when the wind blows. Little bird on tiny wings, a little bluebird. Do you sing your song for me? Sweetest song I ever have heard, rising from my willow tree. Ooh, to wander from my window. How do you fly? Can anybody truly know, little bird? I will miss you on the day that you take wing. I will dream of little bluebird and the songs you came to sing. Who am I to wander from my window? How do you fly? Can anybody truly know? Do you spread your wings and just let go, little bird? By my window, tell me why you came to sing through the storms and when the wind blows. Little bird on tiny wings, little bird on tiny wings. Thank you. Well, Nathan and I have been playing together on and off for 35 years, 30 years. And we both played together with Ian Tyson and toured with him for a long time. And then we were a little group called the Great Western Orchestra. And then kind of broke off on our own, had a solo career, and played together until 1998. And then we didn't play together for a while. Now we're back playing together again, and it's just fantastic. And this is a song from the very first solo album we did. And a good friend of ours who lives in southern Alberta wrote this song. And this got a lot of play back when people like us actually got radio airplay. About 120 years ago now, I think, yeah. Anyway, it's a great song, and it's called Rockabilly Heart. A one, two, three. She got a rockabilly sweet young thing, set to get her kicks. She's about to bust as she waits for the day when she can break away. She got a rockabilly heart, but it's an old-time town. And in the moon that's shining bright, she can see those city lights. Now she's lost her eye for the country boys hanging out at the general store. She can't dance that old dance no more. Rockabilly heart in an old-time town will never be at peace. A restless mind can only pine till it finds release. Now the old folks laugh at the plan she's made. To them she's a renegade. She got a rockabilly heart, but it's an old-time town. And in the moon that is shining bright, she can see those city lights. Now she's lost her eye for the country boys hanging out at the general store. She can't dance that old dance no more. Now she's lost her eye for the country boys hanging out at the general store. She can't dance that old dance no more. No, she can't dance that old dance no more. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, now I end up spending the last 20 years. I've been spending a lot of time in the Yukon. Any Yukon people here tonight? Huh, usually there is. But I spend time up there, and I'd like to sing a song about a kind of love that people don't talk about often. You know, it's not that it's politically incorrect or anything, but this is the love that a man has for his old car that keeps running. And back in '97, I ended up buying this. I saw this car for sale. I needed one, and it was underneath a tree, and it was covered in pine needles out in Alberta. And so I went and asked the guy, and he said, yeah, the guy didn't pay his bill, so $500. So I dusted it off, and it's a 1982 diesel Chevette. And I thought, well, this will do for a month or two. But I drove that thing for years, and I never missed a beat. I ended up selling it to my friend Harmonica George from up in Dawson City, and he drove it for a few years. Though the car is no longer running, the motor is running a piece of mining equipment up on Bonanza Creek. And I'm going to go back up there this spring, and I'm going to go pay my respects to it. Called the Diesel Chevette. Sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. Well, her windshield's cracked and her tires are worn. Paint's all faded and her seats are torn. She ain't too pretty, that couldn't matter less. Oh, how I love my Diesel Chevette. Well, it's hard to start and she's slow on the hills, but she'll go 100 miles on a $5 bill. She sounds like a tractor, I know she'll never quit. Oh, how I love my Diesel Chevette. Well, the head's all turned when I cruise through town, one hand on the wheel with the windows down. I got George Jones on an old 8-track cassette. Well, she light on her feet, but she holds to the road. She blows black smoke when I pour on the coal. 500,000 miles, she hasn't failed me yet. Oh, how I love my Diesel Chevette. She sounded exactly like this. One hand on the wheel with the windows down. I got George Jones on an old 8-track cassette. Well, now I don't worry wherever wherever I roam. She gets me there and then she takes me home. 500,000 miles, she hasn't failed me yet. Oh, how I love my diesel Chevette. Well, the heads all turn when I cruise through town. One hand on the wheel with the windows down. I got George Jones on an old 8-track cassette. Well, she light on her feet, but she holds to the road. Smoke when I pour on the coal. 500,000 miles, she hasn't failed me yet. Oh, how I love my diesel Chevette. Oh, how I love my diesel Chevette. Oh, how I love my diesel Chevette. Thank you so much.
Let's hope you can write a sequel about the car we're traveling in now.
Yeah, 92 Acclaim. It doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Gas-powered, 4-cylinder Mitsubishi engine.
This is an old swing song, a jazzy swing song that Nathan and I used to do way back in the day. It's called I'm Confessing. Oh, I'm confessing that I love you. Tell me, do you love me too? I'm confessing that I need you. Honest, I do. In your eyes I read such strange things, but your lips deny they're true. Will your answer really change things, making me blue? Well, I'm afraid someday you'll leave me, saying just can't we be friends? If you go, you know you'll grieve me. All my life on you depends. Oh, am I guessing that you love me? Dreaming dreams of you then. I'm confessing that I love you over again. Here he goes, all on his own.
All on my own, without a
Brave man. Yeah. Well, now I'm afraid someday you'll leave me, saying just can't we be friends? If you go, you know you leave me. All my life and you depends. Oh, am I guessing that you love me? Dreaming dreams of you in vain. I'm confessing that I love you over again.
I gotta play that over again? Is that
Double
what you
dog there,
said?
yeah. guessing that you love me, dreaming dreams of you in vain. I'm confessing that I love you over again. Oh, too much fun. Mm-hmm. I've had the pleasure, actually, we both had the pleasure of getting to work with both Ian Tyson and Sylvia Tyson. I'm in a group called Quartet with Sylvia, and we've been doing it now for about 25 years. And this is a song that I wrote with her a few years ago. It's called Sweet Agony. Until you're all geared up.
Just about. It's complicated.
But worth it.
It's like playing guitar with one finger.
Come to me, sweet agony. Oh, I am ready to fall in love again. If I can have that ecstasy, I'll take my chances with the pain. Oh, love gives, or it takes away. Oh, love can hurt, or it can heal you. It's a gamble we all take, and we live with our mistakes. It's both a curse and a rescue. Is love steadfast, or is it fleeting? Lifelong devotion, or random meeting? We're all floundering fools in a game with no rules. What magic makes it worth repeating? Oh, is love steadfast, or is it fleeting? Lifelong devotion, or random meeting? We're all floundering fools in a game with no rules. What magic makes it worth repeating? Come to me, sweet agony. Oh, I am ready to fall in love again. It's a gamble we all take, and we live with our mistakes. It's both a curse and a rescue. It's both a curse and a rescue. Love is both a curse and a rescue. Hey. Oh, 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 oh. Any Johnny Cash fans here tonight? Okay, good. Well, for me, a night is not complete without at least one Johnny Cash song. It's one of my all-time favorites, Big River. Oh, that's right, you have things to do with these two guitars.
Yeah.
It's in D. Or is it in C? C, actually. A 1, 2, a 1. Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears that I cried for that man, they're gonna flood you, Big River. And I'm gonna sit right here till I die. Well, I met him accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it tore me up every time I heard him drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream, went back downstream, cavorting in Devonport. And I followed you, Big River, when you called. Well, you took me to St. Louis, later on down the river. Freighter said he's been here, but he's gone, girl, he's gone. Then I found his trail in Memphis, and he just walked up the plot, raised a few eyebrows, and then went on down alone. Well, won't you bat on down to Baton Rouge, River Queen, rolling on. Take that man on down to New Orleans, New Orleans, go on. Had enough, dumped my blues down the Gulf. He loves you, Big River, when you call. Well, now, I told the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears that I cried for that man, they're gonna flood you, Big River. And I'm gonna sit right here till I die. When a heart aches, what can be done? When a heart aches, eclipsing the sun. When a heart breaks and love seems to end, and nothing can make the world right again. When a tear falls, what can be done? When a tear falls and sorrow has won. When a tear falls and the body won't bend, and nothing can make the world right knows what they say. Oh, but I'm no there. I'm here today. Just can't pretend. Nothing can make, nothing can make, nothing can make the world right again. Nothing can make make it right again. Ooh. Nothing can make the world make it right again. Nothing can make the world make it right again. Thank you. Well, we're going to do one more song and take a short break. This is a song that Nathan wrote again. I used to do. I was just down. I've kind of been on the road for about a week and a half, and I started at Halifax, Toronto. Then I was in Wisconsin for a few days visiting friends, and then Toronto, then out here. And while we were at this gathering in his beautiful barn on this gorgeous 100-year-old farm outside of Milwaukee, this song came on his playlist, and I thought, it's such a great song. All the papers stack up in the hall by the door. The dishes pile up in the sink, and the bills lay unopened on top of the fridge. And my bed ain't been made in a week. I turn off the TV, but I just can't find a reason for going to bed. And I'm lying here longer and longer each day with this thought rolling round in my head. Oh, I wish that somebody had told me that I'm no good at being alone. And I'm tired of having this place to myself, and I'm tired of having you gone. Well, no one drops by the place anymore. The phone never rings. paintings on the wall. Well, I guess that they know I'm no company. I'm just lost and lonely, that's all. Without you to keep me safe from myself, I just fall on bad habits, and then I just spend my time wishing and hoping that you would be coming back home again. Well, I wish that somebody had told me that I'm no good at being alone, and I'm so good at having this place to myself, and I'm tired of having you gone. Well, now somebody had told me that I'm no good at being alone, and I'm so tired of having this place to myself, and I'm tired. Oh, I wish that somebody had told me that I'm no good at being alone, and I'm so tired of having this place to myself, and I'm tired. I'm tired of having you gone. Ooh, hey. All right, thank you. We'll be back in 15 minutes or so. Thank you.
No, I didn't. I know. Oh, darn. I was going to try and get everybody in with the nose flute, which is something that hadn't been seen by Cindy, and it's. Well, I have one upstairs. I'll go find one for the end of the evening, so you can. They're quite interesting. Many things to make sure you know about. DOA, Dead on Arrival, coming up next week. Okay, you guys aren't the punk crew. Okay. It's too bad because we're going to have a mosh pit and everything, you know. But that just shows you the diversity of which goes on here. Maria Mulder last night, Cindy Church tonight, comedy on Monday night, Garnet Rogers next week. Who else is coming? Dan Hill's coming. They're coming back again. He's returning. All sorts of people. Russell DeCarlo, as I said earlier. A ton of people that are all coming through because they like Duncan and because they like what we're doing, but they also like the audience this year because it's not very... To have people come in and actually pay attention and give all their undivided attention so that the musical journey is that much easier for everybody concerned. It's a real treat for performers when they're on the road, and especially when you get all the way out to the coast after having done it. Well, you guys are just starting your trip. Yeah, well, you know.
It's still good.
We're going to start it off on the way it's, and so they can expect to set the bar up high, I reckon. Anyway, Nathan Tinkham, Cindy Church. Let's get them back to the stage.
Thank you, John. It is a very special place. You were saying earlier how much we love these intimate situations, and it's nice for you guys, and it's nice for us. Got in a little trouble at the county seat. Lord, they put me in the jails for loafing on the street. Well, the judge said guilty, and he made his point. Said $45 or 30 days in the joint. Well, that'll be cash on the barrelhead, son. You can make your choice. boys, you're 21. No money down, no credit line, no time to chase you. I'm a busy man. Telephone number on a laundry slip. Had a good-hearted jailer with a 6-gun hip. Let me call on distance. She said, number please. Just as soon as I could tell her, she shouted out at me and she said, there'll be cash on the barrelhead, son. Not half, but the entire sum. No money down, no credit line, 'cause a little bird tells me you're the traveling kind. 30 days in the jailhouse, 40 days on the road. I was feeling mighty hungry, my feet a heavy load. Saw a greyhound coming, stuck out my thumb. As soon as I could see it, the driver caught my arm and said, there'll be cash on the barrelhead, son. This old gray dog gets paid to run when the engine starts and the wheels do roll. Give me cash on the barrelhead, take me down the road. Well, that will be cash on the barrelhead, son. This old gray dog gets paid to run when the engine starts and the wheels do roll. Give me cash on the barrelhead, take me down the road. Give me cash on the barrelhead, take me down the road. Thank you.
That was from the Delmore Brothers.
I thought it was the Loon Brothers.
Oh, the Louvin Brothers did it. And then I think the Everly Brothers did it. Now, there's a fellow that we worked with for a long time and over a long period of time. And yeah, he's got a couple of good songs out there. We're going to do a couple of them right now. We got to go down the road with Ian Tyson for many years. And everything from playing between the strippers in Peace River to playing in Greenwich Village. We got quite in the cowboy poetry gatherings in the States. It was a great thing for us to, he did more, I know he did more for me and the people I met and the things I learned than any other single thing in the business. I'd like to pay a little tribute to him. I'm going to do one of my favorite songs. This is one he had out in the 70s, and it's about a truck driver. It's called Some Kind of Fool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm worn to a frazzle way down in my bones. I've sung every song about being alone. Oh, honey, please be there when I get home. The tourists, they've all given up for the night. Coyotes howl in the cold, and my left and my right. And I must be some kind of fool to leave you alone. Well, the wind blows colder, I'm caught by the throat. My tarpaulin flaps like a pensioner's coat. Oh, honey, please be there when I get home. My friends are on the pokey and I'm on the pills. I'm hooked on a white line that runs through the hills, and I must be some kind of fool to leave you alone. La 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 la. must be some kind of fool to leave you alone. Well, there's not many wise men you'll meet in this life. Old Bill at the lakehead never took him a wife. Oh, honey, please be there when I get home. I asked him about this and he just shook his head. Well, love is for dreamers is all that he said, and I must be some kind of fool to leave you alone. And I must be some kind of fool to leave you alone.
Yeah, Ian has written some great songs, and some of his songs are absolutely perfect. And this is one of them. It's just absolutely perfect in every way. There's a young man that I know, just turned 21, comes from down in southern Colorado, just out of the service, and he's looking for his fun. Someday soon I'm going with him. Someday soon. My parents, they can't stand him, 'cause he rides the rodeo. They say that he's the kind to leave me crying. Oh, but I would follow him right down the roughest road I know. Someday soon I am going with him. Someday soon. And when he comes to call, my Paul ain't got a good word to say. It was 'cause he was just as wild in his younger days. Blow you old blue northern, blowing back to me. He's driving in tonight from California. Oh, and he loves his damned old rodeo as much as he loves me. Someday soon I'm going with him. Someday soon. was 'cause he was just as wild in his younger days. Oh, so blow, you old blue northern, blowing back to me. You know he's driving in tonight from California, California. He loves his damn old rodeo as much as he loves me. Someday soon I'm going with him. Someday soon, someday soon I'm going with him. Someday soon.
Well, I'd mentioned my affiliation with the North, specifically Dawson City. And the Yukon's a fabulous place. If you've never been there, everyone should go there. It's not for everyone, but most people just love it. I ended up in Dawson City 20 years ago, and I go up there at least once a year, every year of my life, and I hang out there for a few weeks or a month or so. The best bar in the world, according to the Globe and Mail, is the Westminster Hotel in Dawson City. It's called The Pit. And they were up there and they did a big story on it. The best bar on the planet, they called it. And they're right. And I'd like to do a song I wrote in tribute to the bar and to some of my friends who drink there. It's called The West Hotel. Well, I spend my time at the West Hotel when I'm in Dawson town, with the people and the music and the memories swirling round. Gold dust in the floorboards and cracks in every wall. The nail haunts the second floor and the bathrooms down the hall. Well, it was there 100 years before I ever came. Friends are gonna be there, I'm calling out their name. Yukon Lou and Suitcase Sue, Barnacle and Flynn. Can't wait to hear Mahoney sing the blue-tailed fly again. Well, the band fires up at 10 o'clock at Snake Pit down the stairs. Willie brings his fiddle out, goodbye to all our cares. Plays that old Red River jig and the boys fall in behind. Well, they're all drunk by midnight, but no one seems to mind. It was there 100 years before I ever came. Friends are gonna be there, I'm calling out their name. Yukon Lou and Suitcase Sue, Barnacle and Flynn. Can't wait to hear Mahoney sing the blue-tailed fly again. Well, I was dozing in the afternoon in my room above the street. A voice was calling out my name, so I tossed her down my keys. The honky-tonk piano drifted from the bar below. If there's a better way to spend my day, I don't need to know. 'Cause it was there 100 years before I ever came. Friends are gonna be there, I'm calling out their name. Yukon Lou and Suitcase Sue, Barnacle and Flynn. Can't wait to hear Mahoney sing the blue-tailed fly again. Quasar Lance and Darkwing, Walrus, Skipper, Gill, Silent Mike and Langy, Rosie Caveman, Kimbo, Zane and Kieran Daunt, McBride and Fargy too, Cowboy Smith and Cheddar, just to name a few. Thank you. Mr. Donnie McLennan and I have been up there a few times, and he wants to go back. Got no place like it.
I wrote this song a few years ago with Murray McLaughlin. I had this melody floating around for a while. And I went over to his house, and he liked the melody. And Murray likes to write, like, you tell him, he psychoanalyzes you for a while. Brings out a bottle of scotch, psychoanalyzes you, and then says, now go away, and come back in a little while. And he has a lyric written. So this is a song that, after that process, it's called That's How I See My Life. I'm gonna live in a house by the sea and find me somebody who's crazy about me, someone full of sweet kisses, little white lies. That's how I see my life. I am gonna have friends, I'm gonna have fun. I'll dance in the moonlight till the music is done. There'll be peace in my valley. I'll sleep good at night. That's how I see my life. Oh, my life will open like a wild Irish rose. I'll take what comes as it comes and it goes. I'll have a love that's forever. There'll be no going back, never. Oh, now my heart will open like a wild Irish rose. I'll take what comes as it comes and it goes. I'll have a love that's forever. Oh, there'll be no going back, never. I'm gonna live in a house by the sea and find me somebody who's crazy about me, someone who loves sweet kisses, little white lies. That's how I see, that's how it's gonna be. That's how I see my life. Oh, that's how I see my life. Thank you.
I moved to Gabriola by accident. I had no idea you could afford a place there if you weren't a doctor or a lawyer, but you know, I was there at the right time and the right website came up and I look and there's a little cabin there and I'm thinking, whew. So I ended up getting it and moving out there, and was different than Alberta. It's quite a bit different, but you know, there's good things about Alberta, and we're going to be there later on next week, middle of next week. We'll be in Jasper and then Edmonton, High River. I love living there. I was there almost for 20 years, but Gabriola, us people that live on the West Coast, you know, I think that we're in the top 1% of quality of life for, you know, people in the world. You know, even if we're poor, even if we have money, we live, you know, it's just that you can go down to the beach, you can walk around, you don't have to have any fear. It's a lovely place. So I was thinking about this, and I wrote this song from the point of view of someone who doesn't live here and is imagining it and would like it. It's called State of Grace. And you know what? I'm going to take a second and
It's so much better.
it sounds better, and it shows that you care. Sometimes this life, well, it gets me down. I grow tired of this time where I only work for pay. I do the same things every day while I find no comfort here. I can feel change is near, and that soon I'll be where I'm living in a state of grace. I'll be living in a state of grace, where the sun shines all day, and I will stake my claim on an island with a Spanish name, just like wood smoke through the trees. I will drift through life with ease, and I'll do just as I please. I'll be living in a state of grace. I'll awaken with the dawn, watch deer graze on my lawn, and all that morning brings on a rush of raven's wings, and for all my days to come, I will take them one by one, and my time will be my own. I'll be living in a state of grace. I'll be living in a state of grace, where the sun shines all day, and I will stake my claim on an island with a Spanish name, just like wood smoke through the trees. I will drift through life with ease, and I'll do as I please. I'll be living in a state of grace. Thank you. Well, that's kind of a love song too, I would say.
It is. There are many kinds. 2, 3, 4. Tonight he's mine, oh my sweet baby. Though lately the moments are tonight he's mine. I don't maybe just thinking about him a shiver down my spine. Having him here beside me is like heaven so divine. You know he makes me feel so low and consequential. He knows just what to say when I'm down. Well, he helps me to be all that I can be. He's my baby, and tonight, 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 he's mine. But thinking about him sends a shiver down my spine. Having him here beside me is like heaven so divine. You know he makes me feel so loved and consequential. He knows just what to say when I'm down. Well, he helps me to be all that I can be. He's my baby, and tonight, 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 he is mine. Oh yes, he's my baby, and tonight, oh tonight, oh tonight he's mine. Thank you. Well, I think we've come to that time.
I think it's that time.
It's that time. It is. It is. It really has been wonderful to start our little tour off here, and a big thanks to Longevity John, and this is a fabulous club, and we wish you all the best with buying the building.
I'll buy the nail. I'll buy a nail. You could do good with that.
Yeah. And, thanks to all of you for coming out tonight. A big thank you to Katie for the beautiful dinner and putting us up in a beautiful place.
We're going to go swimming.
So we're going to close off with an old Delmar Brothers song called Freight Train Boogie. Oh, also big thanks to Tim. Thanks for doing a great job on sound for us tonight, Tim. Thank you.
Well, Casey Jones was a mighty man. Now he's resting in the promised land. The only music he could understand was a big 8-wheeler under his command. Made the freight train boogie all the time. He made the freight train boogie as it rolled down the line. Well, when that driver started ringing his bell, everybody on the line could tell Casey Jones was coming to town on an 8-wheel driver that was burning the ground. He made the freight train boogie all the time. Made the freight train boogie as it rolled down the line. driver started ringing his bell. Everybody on the line could tell Casey Jones was coming to town on an 8-wheel driver that was burning the ground. Made a freight train boogie all the time. Made a freight train boogie as he rolled down the line. Jones was a mighty man. Now he's resting in the promised land. The only music he could understand was a big 8-wheeler under his command. He made the freight train boogie all the time. Made the freight train boogie as he rolled down the line. Made the freight train boogie all the time. Made the freight train boogie as he rolled down the line.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, everybody.
We haven't even got off stage yet. All right. All right.
Well, we do happen to know one more. So, thank you.
They're singing in the villa. Tomorrow you'll be gone so far. So hold me close and say you love me, while amigo he plays his blue guitar. Oh, the moon is so lonely. Tomorrow I wonder where you are, and mañana it won't mean, my darling, I will be blue as amigo's guitar. Hushed the singing in the villa. All is quiet beneath the stars, and amigo he plays hasta luego. His lonely guitar. Oh, as amigos guitar. Yes, I will be blue as amigos guitar. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay,
Thank you very much. Thank you.